On the treadmill this AM, getting it, right? Early bird gets the worm. Sweating profusely here. But I just want to jump on here real quick. Excuse the shakiness in the video. But just was having some thoughts. I wanted to make sure that I'm doing everything I can to be part of the solution and not just mentioning the problems. With that being said, if you have not noticed, the workforce is suffering and hemorrhaging for lack of qualified, competent individuals that can undergird the system and create fluidity and cohesiveness in that system or for that system. And so I want to present something that I've been actively working on. Have some pretty good power players willing to take part, and that is to strengthen and encourage and undergird the trades. If we lose the trades, people, which is what the societies were based upon in the first place, right? You had your first carpenters, plumbers, electricians, and what have you. This is the infrastructure of a society. If you lose that, then you essentially, by default, waive any participation or control over the infrastructure of your society. And then bigger corporations come in and take it over. And then you altogether lose your autonomy, because now you're at the mercy of the wealthiest, who are now automating the necessary parts of the infrastructure. So you essentially become a byproduct, a consumer only, and no longer a contributing factor. All right, so you lose power by default. You lose your independence, your autonomy by default. And so I say we get to work on this instantly, quick, fast, and in a hurry. And so what I wanted to get on here and propose is that if you are a young man or woman that is somewhat skilled, can turn a screwdriver, can raise a hammer, and can operate a saw, we need you, and more desperately than ever. And so all these industries, all these businesses are suffering. And it seems that nobody wants to work, and the mom and pop shops are closing down. They're not able to compete in the market, paying the high minimum wages. All of this is leading towards the squeezing out of the middle class, the mom and pop shops. And who profits? You have to ask yourself a question. Who profits when that happens, when that transpires? Well, of course, it's the wealthy elite. It's those who, hey, it's not our fault. We just happen to be in a strategic location and understand this game. So if it defaults to us and we own everything and we buy up everything in this down economy, where the stock market is showing strange signs that basically testify to it being unpegged from reality. You see gas prices, you see food prices, you see housing prices nearly doubling. All right, these are all indicative that the biggest boys and girls in the room stand to gain everything. And so if you are not privy to what is going on, I'm making you aware now. And so it's time for us this is the way to take back America, by the way. All right, we need to undergird those trades. We need to fortify those trades, and we need to get them going again. And this is what I'm proposing. Again, we have power players who are willing to offer paid training. All right, and we're talking 15 and over per hour. Paid training, get you started, get your feet wet. All right, we are in Wisconsin. If you happen to be in Wisconsin, you have young men, young women who just think that trades, swinging a hammer and using a saw are not your forte.